Welcome to Howay and say Newcastle United just lost 2-1 to Bayer Leverkusen in the VisitMalta Cup. What did you make of that?
Dodgy, very shaky from Newcastle United there. I've got to say, not a very good performance from us today.
And what do you put that down to?
Dodgy defence, to be fair. People not winning the ball in the middle of the park as well, and just all in all, dodgy defence. I think the whole pre-season where defence has looked a bit shaky. Obviously, I think we did sign Dedic today, so hopefully he comes in and can fill some gaps in the defence, let's just say.
And obviously going forward, I don't think they looked overly great either. Can we put that down to any particular player, or is it the style that we're trying to play? What do you think the reason for that could be?
I don't like blaming specific players, but I've got to say Voldemort throughout this pre-season, I just don't think he's been good enough. There's so many times his touch is terrible, and he's looked very shaky on the ball, but we'll just hope he can do better in the actual season, because if not, that's definitely not Premier League standard.
No, I think it's quite clear that he's not up to scratch at the moment. But he was when he first came in. He kind of hit the ground running, and then has lost his form. Are you hopeful he can get it back?
I am hopeful he can get it back. I'm not sure he will though. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. We're going to only hope, yeah.
So then, going into Liverpool next week, who would you see being the striker, or the 9 and 10 as it seems that Jaissle likes to play?
I'd say Wissa. He's looked promising in this pre-season. He had a few good runs in there, which didn't really come out with anything, but it is what it is. I'd definitely still start Wissa, definitely. In
the 9 or in the 10?
9, I reckon. Just get him up top, yeah.
And then who would play in that 10 role, do you think?
10, I'd have probably in midfield, that would be fair. I'm not sure when you play Wissa and Walter Morata together actually works, to be fair, so I probably wouldn't do that again. Yeah, I'm not too sure at the moment, to be fair, actually. Yeah.
Okay, and are you confident going into that Liverpool game next week?
No, definitely not after that, but I'm hopeful, not confident, but hopeful, yeah.
Hopeful that they can get a win against Liverpool, or hopeful that they'll build and have a better season than kind of the atmosphere feels at the moment?
Well, it does feel a bit down around the ground and that, doesn't it? It doesn't feel how it used to be, but yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful we can get a win. Anything can happen in a single one-off game of football, start the season. If the atmosphere is right, Liverpool have a bit of a dodgy game, and we'll capitalise. I think we might actually beat them, to be fair. We'll see what happens.
Okay, excellent. And then we'll look at the game. Positives, can we take any from that? There was a lot of young players playing. Did any of those stand out for you?
I thought Mason Miley was okay, just emerging though. I think Lewis Hall had a good game as well, to be fair. Not really a youngster, but I thought he had a good game, and yeah, but apart from that, wasn't many positives out of that game.
No, I agree with you. Mason Miley, he looked good, considering there wasn't really much cover, I don't think, from Malanga, so he was kind of defending on his own at times. I thought he did really well for being so young coming in. Sean Sturr, any positives from him?
I think he's good, to be fair. He knows how to pick a pass, and he just seems to find space all the time, Sturr. So yeah, I think out of all the games this pre-season, I think he has been probably the most positive player.
Yeah, he looked very exciting. He played some great passes across the pitch. He gets you excited. I'm not going to compare him to Bruno or put that kind of pressure on him, but he does look like he can do those sort of things.
Yeah, he's looking good. I've got to say, I mean, his passing's on point. He knows how to find a pass from the other side of the pitch, and yeah, he looks really good. He said he chose the number 14, I think, because of Johan Cruyff, and let's just hope he can be that good, is all I'll say. But yeah, you never know.
If he's anywhere near as good as that, we'll be happy. One of the things going around at the moment is who will be captain for next weekend against Liverpool. I think Chow had the captain's armband again today, and he scored, which is great, leading by example. Do you think he's the man to be the captain?
I'm not too sure. In an ideal world, I'd go for Dan Burn, but obviously if you're not going to play him, you kind of have him as captain, so I'd probably just stick with Chow at the moment. It should be fine, yeah.
And then the window's still open, even though the season starts next week. Do you think a few players will come through the door? You've just mentioned the possibility of Dedic.
Yeah, well, I think Dedic will definitely get done. I think we'll also get another midfielder, to be fair, as well. And to be fair, after watching that game, I think we do need quite a few more signings through the door, like, definitely.
So I was speaking to the people I sit with during the game, and we're kind of saying last season one of the problems we had was going forward and scoring.
Yeah.
The forwards never really produced, but we haven't really strengthened in that area. Yeah. So there's been so much else going on, it's kind of deflected from that. We're going in with pretty much the same forwards, give or take Toure out on the wing.
Yeah.
Does that fill you, with a bit of worry, bit of dread?
There's definitely been a creativity problem at the club this pre-season and last season as well. You just struggle to see where the goals are actually going to come from. But I am worried a little bit in that regard that we lack creativity in a lot of these games that we've played in the pre-season.
And final question, at the moment, what is your prediction for next season? Where would Newcastle finish if the squad stays as it is?
I'd like to hope top 7, but that's obviously hope. I'll go with top 7. Yeah.
Very positive. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.